Hello everyone, welcome to BTV. You can see that conditions are perfect. The sun is shining, the shadows are long on the Nottingham Hockey Centre surface, and I'm sure we've got a great game ahead of us in the Vitality Women's Premier Division. Beeston are your hosts, and the visitors today are East Grinstead. Pushback is in around about 5 minutes' time. Beeston have had a really reasonable start to the season. There was a cracking win on the opening day against Holcombe, which you would have seen on BTV. Then there was a promising defeat, if there is such a thing, against Surbiton. Last week was the week off. It was the bye week for the Bees, so they should be fit, strong and ready to go. Also, there's a debut today for Charlotte Summers. We'll introduce you to the teams in a few minutes. What we'll do first, though, is have a look at the league table at the start of play today. You can see that the Bees are in 7th place with that 1 win and 1 loss under their belt with 3 points. East Grinstead in 5th with a similar record but with a better goal difference. So 2 teams on paper, the table says that they should be relatively even. However, favour tends to go with East Grinstead. They're winners already this season on this ground. They won the cup final against Clifton Robinson, I think it was, in September. Stunning performance on that day from Sophie Bray. If you're not familiar, Sophie Bray, internationalist, gold medalist from Rio, former Surbiton, University of Birmingham, Kampong, Great Britain and England international, and he was a prolific goal scorer, 134 caps, 44 goals internationally, and she's carried on that form as into the club season as well. East Grinstead have just come back from a trip to the continent to play in the European competition, where things didn't go quite to plan for them. From the 4 games that they played, there were 3 defeats, but there was a big win at the end. So at least they won their final game. That's the mantra, isn't it? Always win your final game. Shall we have a look at those match day 16s as the teams are getting into formation, starting firstly with Beeston. A couple of faces that didn't perform or weren't selected against Surbiton last time out. We welcome back number 17, in particular Sophie Robinson, looking to make a mark back on the Premier Division, and it's a warm welcome and it's a debut for Charlotte Summers, number 15, another one of the team that's made its way just down the road from Loughborough. So that is the 16 for Beeston. Plenty of experience in the East Grinstead side. Of course, we've mentioned Sophie Bray, but also Laura Unsworth, number 10, a real mainstay of international hockey. The first British player to win 3 Olympic hockey medals. She's nothing to be sniffed at as well. So there's plenty of experience, plenty of skill and determination on this, and you will see a very quick start, in my view, from East Grinstead. So that's something to look out for as well. You can see the teams are about to line up. They're just doing their greetings. Today's match umpires, for those of you who want to say hello to the umpires, Annette Harvey and Stephen Cox are the team in orange today. We'll just pause for a few moments as the teams make their way out onto the field of play. Commentary will begin shortly. So the teams are in formation. This is your game today, Beeston versus East Grinstead. Elsewhere, these are the fixtures for the women this 9th of October. Hampstead and Westminster are the hosts against University of Birmingham, Holcombe, Clifton Robinsons, Surbiton, Buckingham, Swansea versus Wimbledon, and the bye week for Loughborough students. Teams about to walk out. In fact, here they go now. As mentioned, the umpires Annette Harvey and Stephen Cox. We've introduced you to the 16s. This does look like a cracking game in prospect. The teams are ready and raring to go. I know Zoe Hainsworth have had the team prepared over the course of these 2 weeks off that they've had. And so East Grinstead have had quite a punishing schedule. I mentioned earlier on that they were in Europe. They played 4 games in 4 days, which I'm sure even the best condition in the world, that's going to take it out of you. So maybe that will be a factor that Beeston could possibly take advantage of. East Grinstead in the white and blue, Beeston in the black, black and yellow. Something to look out for as well. Scoring goals against East Grinstead hasn't been very easy for Beeston. Sian Emsley and Caroline Hanks are Beeston's only goal scorers against East Grinstead. Sophie Bray, who I mentioned earlier on, she's scored in every Premier Division meeting with Beeston. So that's also something to prepare for as well. We can hear that the air ambulance overhead is quite loud, so if you're hearing that coming out of your speakers now, there's nothing we can do about that, I'm afraid. So East Grinstead in the white and blue in their huddle, Beeston in the black. It will be fast flowing, and I'm sure there are goals in this game. Really committed huddle. Beeston break. The ball is on the centre of the field. Substitutes disappearing off the field of play. Warm welcome to the official. You can see on the halfway is Joe Barnes today. It will be East Grinstead to get us going. And it is East Grinstead who start the game. Already Beeston have won the ball high up the field of play, and pressure is quick down the left-hand side. They're into the circle. That's very quick, 15 seconds into the game. I knew it was going to be a quick start, but I was expecting more so from East Grinstead. Beeston into the circle within the first 10 to 15 seconds of the game. Straight away, though, East Grinstead counter-attack. They've brought the ball 3/4 of the way down the field. They're in the circle themselves, and that's been watched into the goal from Steph Tyrrell in the Beeston goal. So, it is a fast start. This sometimes you reward yourself for being right as a commentator. That was a very quick start. Both teams into the circle within the first minute. And the ball has been in the goal, but of course it wasn't played from within the circle, so it can't be a goal. Beeston 0, East Grinstead 0. Running with it, Alex Maltzer. Long corner. Just making sure that the ball's in the right position, and it's going over to Harriet Mitchell to restart. Ball back towards halfway, swept around, trying to create a little different angle of attack. Towards the right-hand side, fired towards the circle, bounces a couple of times. Everyone happy to watch that goal all the way through. Just taking the time. Ariel has gone a long way, and that's intelligent, finding the space, running with it. Is Lucy Millington, plays the ball into the circle, and that's been missed, and it's into the circle again. On the reverse side, is there a turn and a shot here? Not at the moment. Stick on stick, the ball is trapped. Umpire's whistled to her lips, but play continues. It is loose. Beeston still maintain possession of the ball, and that's good skill under pressure. And Lauren Burrell, Beeston's captain, wins the ball in an advanced position. Rubia Pula goes towards the baseline on the right-hand side. Wins a free hit. It's very quick. Julie Reid playing the ball across the back and receiving it again. Into the circle, takes a touch, and East Grinstead can bring it away here. That's an aerial ball. It's been low, and it's been taken down by Beeston. That's good shielding of the ball by Reid, although she has been penalised for that. Laura Unsworth, MBE, on the ball. Strokes the ball towards halfway. That's a difficult one to get, and Nurani Rashid couldn't keep it in, so Beeston have the ball on their 23-metre line. Or close to it. Nicola Moss. Nice play out of defence, making a bit of space. That's neat again. I knew it. That's very close to being won cleanly by Lucy Millington, but the umpires was right on it. East Grinstead ball. Nice 3D skills, but the attempted play hasn't come off. Here goes Millington into the circle. It's gone a long way. Goalkeeper Laura Myers happy to watch that one go into her goal as well. Didn't take a touch. You can go entire games without seeing the ball go into the goal without a touch, and we've seen that twice in the first 5 minutes. That's another good interception high up the field. That was a real feature of the play against Holcombe the other week, Beeston. Harris Miller really battling for the ball. She thought she might have come away with it, but the umpire's whistle went against her. Pushed forwards, but knocked out of play just beyond the halfway line. East Grinstead incrementally moving their way down the field in front of us in the chapel. Space opening up for East Grinstead to move the ball around him, but progress forward isn't easy at the moment for them. Good pressure from Beeston. It is a hot day, an unexpectedly hot day for October. Nice turn. Ellie brings the ball fair distance. Plays it off to Unsworth, another 10. There's Raya again on the right-hand side. Quite a lot of congestion between her and the baseline, but she's going for it anyway. Has to check back, and long corner, I believe, is the outcome here. Little space opening up for Joe Westwood to play the ball into the circle. Mopped up effectively, but not particularly with distance from Beeston. Over the baseline it goes, and the Bees can clear. Beeston happy to maintain possession at the back at the moment. Invite a little bit of pressure from the forwards, but hopefully not too much. There's been a turnover there. Good battling back from Beeston, but East Grinstead get the whistle. Fired in towards the circle. Running towards it is Rashid, 25. Play towards the baseline. Long corner to be restarted by 21, Harriet Mitchell. In fact, it won't be. She does receive the ball now. Diagonal ball played in towards the circle. First stick to it is a Beeston one. That's a neat release. Some distance through the air, bounces a couple of times. Been kept in play, now it hasn't. Sideline ball. Taken relatively quickly from East Grinstead. Rashid. Forward towards Maltzer. Rashid picks up from the restart. Maltzer takes it towards the baseline. Into the circle. And she's carried it over the baseline. Beeston will get the defensive hit from here. Very, very quick start. It'd be fair to say that I think East Grinstead have had the better of these first 8 minutes that we've had. Little turn. Fair amount of pressure on Julie Reid. Gets the ball away. That's one to chase. Low ball towards the right-hand side of the field. It's popped up off the stick. It's loose on the edge of the circle. It's been carried in. Well worked out of defence. Neat little ball out. Chops this way and that. 21 Mads knew it. There's the player that's been pulled up. Big appeal. And there it is. It's going to be a turnover for Beeston. Aerial from the restart. Bounces once, and that's just beyond the stick. And that was a nice idea, moving quickly. Good to see variation in the Beeston attack, looking to move quickly and also looking to go directly where possible. That's been cut out. Pressure coming though from the visitors. using Lucy Millington. Restarting, pressure coming. Beeston leaving it a little risky. They have brought it towards halfway now. Possession of the ball, all important on a warm day like this. Very tight in front of the East Grinstead bench. An appeal coming in from Rashid, but it's Beeston ball. That's not quite in the master plan, and the ball's gone out of play, given to East Grinstead. Aerial from the get-go. Umpire not too happy with that one, so it's been turned over for Beeston. They've tried to go diagonally, but it's been mopped up by Laura Unsworth. Good pressure again from Beeston, looking to be quick and bite into the opportunities that they're getting. Millington are looking to make a real nuisance of herself, and also Sophie Edgerton looking to try and cut that pass off. Mitchell has to check back, brings the ball over halfway. She's been intercepted. Lucy Millington restarts. Ball going from the centre to the left-hand side of the field. Big shout of play on, and a bit of a gift of an interception. By the way, it is 4 quarters of 17.5 minutes. Some of you might be more familiar with the matches played with 15-minute quarters over the course of an hour, but this is 70 minutes divided up into 4. Mitchell looks to fire it down the left-hand side. It's been nudged out of play. Fernandez-Lacourte. Here she's at the end of the circle, plays it towards the goal. Goalkeeper Cyril has to make movement to block that one. Could be mistaken, I think that was the first involvement in the game from Fernandez-Lacourte. Ariel from the side is allowed to bounce a couple of times. Lacourte tries to push it down the sideline. Rubia Pula, right place, right time. This is only the second time this season I've seen Beeston ladies play, and it is very dynamic Beeston ladies that we're watching at the moment. Lauren Burrell, captain, plays it on the reverse in towards the circle. It's an important touch. And fired out of harm's way, although the turnover is straight towards Julie Reid. Umpire's whistle blows. We'll be restarting Beeston ball. Firm trap from Charlotte Chalmers, who's making her debut today. Trying to make the East Grinstead defence move around, make the space. And I think the Beeston side here has been rewarded with a long corner. And I think with the restart is Julie Reid. Here's Summers. The longer you have the ball, the harder it is for your opponent. They need to work doubly hard. Chance there for Sophie Bray to really try and win the ball back. Beeston end up gifting it. Good spell of possession that, trying to move the East Grinstead defence around. Alternately to no avail. Pushing the ball around the back, trying to find a route. Here's Fernandez-Lacour. It's a nice ball inside to Bray. Bray tries a nice weighted ball towards the edge of the circle. There's the pass inside from Sukri. Knocked out of harm's way. Very nice free-flowing move from East Grinstead. First time they've really made a move through the middle of the field that's cut through Beeston. Jojo Davis using plenty of experience to win the ball back there. Finds a teammate, but then the ball disappears over the baseline. So a reminder that the next break is going to be in 90 seconds time or thereabouts. First quarter, which has flown by here on BTV. Both teams looking for their second league win of the season. Sun's just dipped behind a cloud here, and I think that's made everyone a little happier. Possession being maintained. There's a dive for the ball. I think time is off here. No? I think it was a long blow and a whistle. We've not had a card. I thought that was the whistle you usually heard when a card comes out. That's the aerial ball. It's been knocked down. East Grinstead go again quickly. I think there's time enough for one possible opportunity on goal. Fine whistle. Here's Reid, who's been involved heavily in this first quarter so far, looking to progress down the left. And that is quarter time. Fascinating contest which is unfolding in front of us. Both teams have had the ball in the goal. However, it hasn't been tapped in the circle. So it's still 0-0 after the first 17.5 minutes of play. You're watching BTV. BTV. Teams have had 2 minutes to contemplate that first 17.5 minutes of play. Very competitive. Before the game, I was expecting East Grinstead to make the fastest start of the two teams, but it's been fairly even as things go. If you're just joining us, it is visitors East Grinstead in white and blue, and the home side of Beeston in the black and yellow. East Grinstead into the circle. That's a very, very important interception on the edge of the circle from Beeston. Defensively, they're a much tighter unit than they were this time 12 months ago, in my view. Here's Reed again. Involved on the left-hand side mostly in the first quarter, but she's moved to the right here. Chance for a ball into the circle, takes a couple of touches. Goalkeeper has to be alert. Laura Myers kicks the ball to relative safety. Sukri. Lumbrell closely attending to the developing situation on the East Grinstead left. By the way, just for your books, Jojo Davis was shown a green card during the final moments of that first quarter for that overreach, but I'm sure that's elapsed now. Both teams are back up to a full complement of 11. Here's Bray. One thing you don't want to give her is space. There's a lovely ball towards the edge of the circle. That's a nice attempt from Sukri to take the ball on the circle. Whistle's gone against her though. It's not just the finishing you get with Sophie Bray. We've already seen two very, very good passes that have opened up the Beeston defence. It's very simple to say keep the ball away from her, but that's what you need to do. Ball goes over the baseline. Two defenders watching the ball. And East Grinstead are getting more of a toe hold in this game. They've been into the circle twice in the space of 60 seconds here. Sharp passing under a lot of pressure in the Beeston defensive ranks. A little spill. Does work out though. As the Bees make a couple of changes. You can change more or less anytime you like during the game. Use the full complement of 16 players. Both teams have named one goalkeeper today, so that means there's a full complement of 5 outfielders to pick from. Keep those legs fresh, keep the tempo good. Beeston happy to hang on to possession, but now things are starting to build down the left-hand side. There's a ball towards the baseline. It's been kept in. Nice to get further towards the circle. Ball's tapped down. Free hit in a promising position for Beeston. I think that was Ella Cusack, number 5, involved in that little passage of play. Into the circle, shooting opportunity here. 2 players going to ground in a collision. I was expecting a whistle in there, but no whistle came. Interception. Millington into the circle. That's been tapped away. That's the first penalty corner of the game. You heard the contact. Heard it from here, the contact to the stick. So the first set piece goes the way of the home side. Plenty of ability around the edge of the circle. Sophie Robinson, 17, is there. Also Lucy Millington, who scored a penalty stroke, which was the winner for Beeston against Holcombe the other week. And the likeliest, in my view. Bouncing ball, and I think it was hit into the East Grinstead players, so they're looking to move very quickly from defence into attack. Ball kept in on the far side. Fired into the circle, takes a touch, and that's been gifted away on the reverse side, and that's a very, very good save with the foot from Steph Tyrrell in the Beeston goal. The attacker just had a moment to make her mind up and played the shot as soon as she could, and Tyrrell was right on it. So almost anything you can do, I can do too, because when the teams have entered the circle, they've gone straight down the other end and got in. So this is quite an even game as things go. Lawrence makes her way through a bit of traffic. Long blow on the whistle, but that's just to indicate it's just a free hit and everyone needs to calm down a touch. Progress down the Beeston left. Towards the baseline. It has been kept in. Did it hit a foot? Yes, it did. Engineered penalty corner. Just that little turn to make the space to find the foot, because I don't think the Beeston attack was getting any further. The East Grinstead defence seemed to be fairly set and weren't letting anybody through. So, second prize. Let's play it onto your foot and win the second penalty corner of the game. So you can see around the edge, you've got Robinson and Millington. They're the likeliest again. It is Millington, and it comes off a defender. Fired in, and how did that stay out? How did that stay out? Fired towards the goal. I'm not sure Myers, she was down. I'm not sure she got a touch. I think he got a touch on a stick in front of the goalkeeper, but we'll check it later on. That's the best chance of the game so far. We've had 25 minutes. And that was the closest we've come to a breakthrough. Play allowed to carry on. Lawrence, 31, plays it forward to Edgington. Sideline ball with Lawrence closest to it. There is debutant Charlotte Summers, 15. B. Bell, 13. I think that's her first touch I can recall seeing. Another free hit. Pressure starting to build from the home side as they attack the Boulevard end in this first half. That did hit a foot, so it'll be another free hit. Meanwhile, more support coming up on the right-hand side if the ball can be traversed across the field, which is exactly what's happening now. Trying to pull East Grinstead and make the space. It's a good run. Nice touch on the outside of the circle from Lawrence. It has been swept up from an East Grinstead perspective. Apula wins it back. Back to Lawrence. Slowed down a touch from Millington. Still live. And Nick Moss pulled up here. Another long blow on the whistle. No card. Real pace coming from Ellie Reyes. She's taken the ball a long way. Progress is stopped. Another long blow on the whistle. No, nothing more than a free hit. I think, yes, it is. It's going to be the first penalty corner of the game for East Grinstead. Lambrell having a bit of a conversation with the umpire in the picture here. I don't think the umpire's going to change his mind. Still helps to clarify the reasoning. Shake of the head. You can see the captain's band around the top of the sock. That's how you identify the captain here, Lauren Burrell. So around the edge of the circle, as Beeston put on their face protectors for the first time in the game. Little bit of a delay here. Steph Tyrrell making sure her equipment is fully ready as well. You can see Ellie Rea around the edge of the circle. Chloe Palmer is 16, just to the left as well. It is Palmer. And that's gone in off the goalkeeper. East Grinstead have taken the lead. 16, Chloe Palmer gets the opening goal in this match. Caris Miller with a restart for Beeston for their good work. And coming close to an opening goal, it is East Grinstead from a set piece. Their first one, 1 from 1. Beeston not able to convert any of their 2 so far. Lovely finish from Chloe Palmer. The difference as we enter the 30th minute of the game. Shouts of appreciation for the effort to try and really make a nuisance. Maddie Pendle, I think, was the player involved there. Another sound of stick on stick. And so we'll be coming back for a free hit. Bouncing ball in towards the circle. Who's quickest to it? And it's Beeston's defence, and that is very, very calmly done. And things are opening up here on Beeston's right-hand side. Miller plays the ball into the circle, and it's just beyond 2 forward players. That is very quickly moved through the gears. And another presentable opportunity. I think there's definitely a Beeston goal in the team. Can they convert it? For a moment, everyone thought that was an East Grinstead ball, and I surely heard a few shouts of no, but it has been turned over for Beeston. But that spell of possession did not last long at all. Bray runs into trouble. Here go East Grinstead again. Calm defensive work. Umpire right on the spot as well. Sees that Beeston's way. Three minutes to play in the first half. The sun's come out again. More sounds of stick on stick in the far distance in front of the technical officials. That looked like a fairly clean take from the aerial ball, but not that's not a view universally shared. Maltzer takes the ball a fair distance. Pressure coming from the Beeston defence. Important stick. And I think despite the devastated looks on the Beeston defenders. Oh, I think we're going to have a chat here. We'll pause as the umpire has a chat with Julie Reid, number 4, with our back to us. Again, I'm not entirely sure that this will change his mind, but you've got to make a case, particularly if you feel so strongly. It will be East Grinstead. With the talent around the edge of the circle at the moment. Goalkeeper Steph Tyrrell come out a long way. Seeing Chloe Palmer, number 16, already score. She's to the left of the circle. Different routine this time, and that is a second. 2 from 2 from penalty corners for East Grinstead. Double the advantage. So the Bees 2 goals down and 2 minutes to play until half time. And I think ultimately that's the difference. East Grinstead in this first half have been ruthless when they've been presented with these opportunities. Beeston haven't been so. And that said, East Grinstead really looking to turn all the taps on here and maybe get a third before the end of the half. Ball runs over the baseline though. That's a long and spirited run from Julie Reid. A little bit fortunate, but another important interception. A few turnovers and a few... Suspicions were correct. I didn't want to say it in case it wasn't right, but yes, it's goal credit to Ellie Raya, the second for East Grinstead. Good defensive work. And it looks like East Grinstead will see out the half in possession of the ball. And there is the half-time whistle. 10 minutes to reflect on a very eventful first 35. There's been 2 goals. Beeston 0, East Grinstead 2. And there have been 2 goals from penalty corners. The first one coming from Chloe Palmer and a second from Ellie Raya. And that is the difference between the 2 teams as we break for half-time on BTV. Welcome back to BTV. As I mentioned earlier on, conditions are ideal for this Vitality Women's Premier Division match. It was a relatively even first half on the balance of things. But it is East Grinstead who have been able to take advantage of their 2 penalty corners, converting both of them. Beeston unable to do the same when presented with their 2. So that is the difference as we're looking to get the second half underway. The umpires making their way out for the second half. Teams are ready and keen to get on with it. You'll never know what the instructions are to the teams at half-time, what to do differently. But I think from a Beeston perspective, more of the same. They didn't do much wrong in that first half. They were punished when East Grinstead had the opportunity. So to restart, Sophie Robinson with 17 on her back for Beeston. Aerial from the word go, out to the right-hand side. It's been knocked out of play. Great skill again from Bray. Takes the ball over halfway. She's robbed of it though from B. Bell. Unsworth. Hansford. That's a quick flick off the stick and onto the leg, I think, but play's allowed to continue. Westwood, searching ball down the right-hand side. Nice turn from McDonnell, who drops to the floor. Palmer playing it to the left-hand side. Palmer, the opening goal scorer. See the involvement there of the Ball Patrol. We gave them a warm welcome at half-time. It's good to see Ball Patrol back. Had quite a long time without them due to the COVID restrictions. So we've now got a quicker restart because there's multi-match balls. As soon as the ball goes out, we can restart as soon as we possibly can. .37 minutes completed. This is BTV. Women's Vitality Premier Division match. Pressure in the Beeston defence, and that's just scrambled out of play. East Grinstead will go from the side towards the baseline. And it's been nudged out of play again, so a quick handover of possession once more. Fired along the sideline. That's good running to try and harry from Sophie Robinson. Very, very eager to once again be on the score sheet for Beeston. Madinu, I think, coming into contact. Aerial ball, but to no one in a white shirt. Beeston defence pops up. Cusack takes it over halfway on the left-hand side, stops and checks, whips the ball in towards the centre. And I think that was B. Bell with her hand in the air to say, if that came off me, it was unintentional. Summers. Early ball in towards the circle. There's the control. But it's turned over and nudged. The umpire right in front of me, signalling East Grinstead have the restart. Aerial ball, tap down. Sideline we go. Courtney Hansford looked to play that one, but she's left it with Jo Westwood. Westwood plays a shallow ball, but nobody will get a touch on that at all. Space a premium as Beeston look to make the way out of defence. Nice disguise. Sound of a big appeal. I think some of the East Grinstead coaching team thought that may have hit a heel, but not so. Second goal scorer, Ellie makes her way into the circle. It's in towards the baseline. That's been turned towards goal. And that's another excellent stay from Steph Tyrrell, but I think her play's been held up here. I don't think she knew there'd been a whistle, but that was really good, quick, agile movement. Steph Tyrrell, new goalkeeper, transferred in from Buckingham. Key part of the team that won Buckingham the indoor title a couple of seasons ago. So alertness is one of her key skills. Crunched in. And I think we're going to see a delay here. Chloe Palmer, I think, has been caught by the ball. It will be a Beeston free hit. She's holding her face, or was she holding a knee? But certainly all seems to be well again. Reed. There's the ball to Summers, a little bit behind her, but that's okay. And East Grinstead straight through the Beeston midfield. Maltzer looking to press. Free hit for East Grinstead. We're going to see another green card here. Yes, we are going to see a green card. Who's off and away, I think. It's Hannah Grieve, who is making her way to the bench. So East Grinstead not only getting a free hit in an advantageous position, they're also playing against 10 for 2 minutes. Rashid plays the ball into the corner. That is just Chloe Palmer, who seems to be suffering no ill effects from that contact a few minutes ago. Attempted interception doesn't come off for Beeston. There's a second one that does. And as quickly as possession is regained, it is gifted away again. I think Charlotte Summers thought she'd won that one cleanly. Courtney Hansford will go from here, though. But it won't be. It'll be Laura Unsworth. Beeston making a good shield around the edge of the circle. Millington hands out. In a little bit of a surprise that that's gone against her. She does win the ball back here, though. Looking away from the camera, there's a little bit of space opening up. The ball's been kept in play here. There's no support at the moment. But Caris Miller is going in to support the attack down the left-hand side. Millington to Lawrence. Lawrence plays the ball into the circle. Did that hit her foot just on the outside? I think it did, you know. Swept out to the right-hand side. Here comes the pressure. Fired in towards the goal. It turned in towards goal. Very, very calm defensive work, but it's been turned over again. Beeston, can they get into the circle? Not this time. Fired away. This time hit into the body of the low attacker. So the ball striking the leg. That's a turnover. East Grinstead have possession. Punch ball. That was one to chase. A bit too firm. I think it's thought for a moment we were going to go for a long corner, but that didn't take a touch on the way through at all, so it is a Beeston ball. Another run from Summers. Shown well today on her first game. Cusack. Beeston looking to press her into the circle. Very passionate and knowledgeable crowd here today. Lovely to see. Your support always welcome at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Hannah Grieve, who's had that 2-minute suspension complete, so it's a full complement of players now for Beeston. Autumn Bowden, 24, chops from the right-hand side. Plays the ball, I think, onto her own foot in that movement. This is breathless stuff. Ball still in play. It's been tapped in. Thought it had been kept in, but obviously not. We're going from here. It's difficult to see from this distance. Here's Summers again. There is a little bit of space for her to take the ball forward. It's laid off to Bell. Bell gives it back to Summers, and that's nice. Whistle goes. East Grinstead ball. Big cry of no in the middle of that as well. Once again, we're blessed with the appearance of the air ambulance in the distance, so if you just all you could hear was the helicopter for a couple of minutes, that's what you could hear, so apologies for that. Julie Reid plays the ball in towards the circle. Long corner is the signal. So Beeston looking to get a foothold back into the game before three-quarter time, which will be at 52.5 minutes. You can hear that hit the outside of the frame of the goal. Now, who did that come off last? I think it was an East Grinstead player, and the umpire agrees. It's a long corner. That's gone a long way. Been picked up on the baseline in the circle, play towards the goalkeeper, who kicks it away. That's Laura Myers in the East Grinstead goal. Another long corner. Oh, in fact, no, it's not a long corner, is it? As correctly pointed out. Patient build-up. This time played in from the left-hand side. That came off another East Grinstead stick. You could hear that quite clearly. Another long corner. Julie Reid. Grieve. Player goes to ground. Play continues. Ball comes up. Umpire did put his whistle to his lips here. Play allowed to continue. That's a turnover. And there's a few East Grinstead defenders out of position here. That's good defensive work though. And it's a whistle. I think we are going to see another card here. And it's a yellow card that has been shown. But I'm not sure who it has been shown to. No one has made their way off the field, and that was very definitely a yellow card. Play is stopped here. One of the magic tricks a commentator performs when on air is that they should always know exactly what's going on. And I'm not afraid to tell you, I don't right now. So we have a couple of players making their way off the field of play here. Nobody has sat down yet. Although I think this is a bit disappointing. We'll try and work out exactly what's gone on in the next 2-minute break, which is coming up very soon indeed. So we have seen it is an East Grinstead free hit, yet it looks like it's an East Grinstead player that's gone for a sit down, and it was a yellow card that was shown. Here go Beeston, looking to make the most of this opportunity in the circle. Very busy. I think I've identified the player who was shown the yellow card, but I will hold off until I get that confirmed. Ellie Ray, scorer of the second goal. Briefly dispossessed. Also with a yellow card, it could be 5 or 10 minutes. And I think that was, we'll go with 5 for the time being until we know better. That prolonged stoppage, I think, dented a head of steam that Beeston were looking to build up. Around 60 seconds. Oh, that's nice. Is this an opportunity to get the ball in the circle? It is. It's gone through a crowd of players and out through the other side. Studied way. I think that was lifted into the player. So it will be an East Grinstead free hit. Coming on to that three-quarter time break, I'll invite your suggestions for player of the match. You can tweet us. If we have the time, we'll read them out for you at official BHC. That's what you need to send your tweets to and your suggestions for player of the match. McDonnell. Raya has done so well, and it's been laid off to McDonald. He takes the ball into oceans of space westward. Turns back on herself, makes the space, finds the pass. Very, very crisp passing in the centre of the field from East Grinstead. We should be very close to three-quarter time. Here go the Bees again, looking to go direct, straight through the middle. And once again, that head of steam is cut off as the players make their way off for three-quarter time. We've had 52.5 minutes. Beeston 0, East Grinstead 2. We've also had a flying save from Steph Tyrrell in the middle of that as well. We've also seen a yellow card. We'll get confirmation of who that's been shown to in due course. But one fact that's indisputable with 17.5 minutes still to play on BTV, it's Beeston 0, East Grinstead 2. Welcome back to BTV. Conditions are perfect for the final 17.5 minutes of play here at Nottingham Hockey Centre. Beeston 0, East Grinstead 2. Those final words of advice and encouragement coming from the team on the Beeston bench: Zoe Hainsworth, James Sodillo and Gareth Aiken. Is there 2 goals? That's the minimum Beeston need to score to get anything out of this game. Nice from Miller. Miller plays the ball into the circle. The trap is good though. Laura Unsworth, industrious in the East Grinstead defence. Loose ball picked up. Here go Beeston into the circle. And again, clever and timely play in the East Grinstead defence sees them out of trouble. But that's a attempted aerial ball. I think that's gone all kinds of wrong. You can see from the position of the player sat down, it is Autumn Bowden who is still working through the time remaining on that yellow card. So the Bees are still a player up as things stand. East Grinstead, though, I think they're making fairly good work of being a player down at the moment. They're not really looking too troubled. Rashid with a restart from the side. Here she goes again in possession. Tries to go around. Aerial ball. That's taken out of the air very well. I can see that East Grinstead are back up to a full complement of players now. That suspension is over. Appeal for a bit of a trip here. Yes, we are going to see time off. It looks like a yellow card from this distance, but we'll get that confirmed for you in a moment. There's the run. And I think, there we go, I think it looked like it was, we'll come back to that. We'll identify the player, because a couple of us here looked like there was one on the back of the shirt, but they're the only number one in the East Grinstead lineup is the goalkeeper, and it certainly wasn't Laura Myers. So, Beeston, they were playing against 10, they're back up to 11, back to 10 again. And we'll ID that player as soon as we can. Also playing a game of elimination of which players might have one on their shirt. Although a number might have fallen off, so it's not Laura Unsworth, but you see her in the middle of the picture, so she's number 10. We'll ignore that for now and focus our attention once again on the task at hand for Beeston. Can they get on the score sheet? As I mentioned at the top of the show, scoring goals against East Grinstead has been an Achilles heel for Beeston over the years. And it looks like it is currently so during this game. Here's Raya. Simple ball forward, but Apula does well to anticipate it and run into position. Fired away. Raya wins it back. But touches the ball out of play. Nice, and encouragement for Karis Miller. That's just intercepted. I think Joe Westwood got the critical touch from East Grinstead there. Sound of stick on stick. Quick check at the umpire. All is well. I think long corner is your result here. Nice ball into space. I think it did take a touch. The play coming from Joe Westwood. So Unsworth pointing towards the left-hand side of the circle. That's well in from Beeston's defence. And there's a few white shirts out of position at the moment. Can the Bees make this opportunity count? Racing towards the circle is Lauren Burrell. But her run at the moment looks in vain as East Grinstead have won possession back of the ball. One back in the circle. Here's Burrell. It's been laid off and that touch is just beyond the stick. Here's Burrell again. Big appeal. Firing towards the circle, and that is very, very calmly and neatly done from the East Grinstead defence. Great skill from Rashid under a lot of close attention. She's done very, very well indeed. Lifted the ball when needed to get over and around sticks. Little attempted connection with the ball that didn't come off, but it didn't harm East Grinstead in defence. 12 minutes or so still to play. We haven't yet had a goal from Sophie Bray because these things usually occur. I'm wishing that to be a third one, but it's like clockwork, you know. Anyway, here goes the always industrious Laura Unsworth. Finds a route out of harm's way there. Raya again does very well under pressure, tries to run through a few players and comes away with the ball. There's a couple of players forward for East Grinstead. Raya's taking it a long way. Will she go herself? She's been checked on the edge of the circle. Bray close to it. Steph Tyrrell in the Beeston goal, watching it all the way. Taking a little nick on the way through. Raya gives and receives it again. Sukri. Jab of the stick to try and win the ball back. 60 minutes gone. 3 white shirts around Nick Moss. She's appealing for that one. However, McDonald towards the baseline. And it's another penalty corner for East Grinstead. You can see the pressure. You can see Moss going to ground there. She thought that she was fouled. McDonald plays it towards the baseline. I think it came off Hannah Grieve. She was the unfortunate player who the ball hit the foot of, and that's why we've got a penalty corner now. Third for East Grinstead in the game. That's the first one we had in the second half. You can see Unsworth is 10 around the edge of the circle. You've also can see Ellie Ray, who's already scored from a penalty corner. She's 13. Lydia McDonald is far to the right-hand side. There's Raya, and that's wide of the upright. Tyrrell diving, but it was quite a way away from the upright, ultimately. So the East Grinstead penalty corner conversion rate drops to 66%. Still pretty good. So a free hit here. Beeston looking to go along with it. They played it right into a cluster of white shirts. Quick look up and I can see that the full complement of players are back on for both teams. Ooh, very, very close. I think Sukri was close to getting a stick on that. She may have even got a touch in front of the goalkeeper, but not enough to divert it towards goal. 2 balls on the field. We've not been able to say that for a couple of years. Cusack. Moss. This is good stuff from Beeston, but it's not hurting East Grinstead at the moment. Cusack encouraging players over to the right-hand side, trying this new angle of attack. Ball rolls out of play. Just being held in front of the goal at the moment, trying to pull the Beeston attackers out. Into play, sees them reach almost halfway, and it's over halfway now. Ball's gone a huge distance. I think that might have hit the back of a foot on the way through. Look at the pace here again. Neat ball down the left-hand side. Could have been two players that connected with, so I'm not going to speculate to which one it was. So it's not going to change the fact that this is penalty corner number 4 for East Grinstead. So around the edge of the circle, you've got Bowden, you've got Bentley, 26, you've got Fernandez Lacourt, number 7, Westwood, and Unsworth. Fired in and dealt with. I think there's a slip from a Beeston perspective, but they're not going to wait for everyone to get up. Taking the ball down towards over halfway and beyond. That doesn't come off. Decent amount of battle from Beeston in this game. With 5 minutes to go, it looks like East Grinstead have got all the points, but that's a ball fired across the goal. That's been turned in! We've got a game on our hands now. Beeston 1, East Grinstead 2. Big roar from the crowd. Let's see how that goal went in. For a moment, I thought it was tapped in, but it could be. Looking at the congratulations, it's been fired in from the baseline. It has been, and in off the unfortunate Laura Myers. So it is Beeston 1, East Grinstead 2. Grandstand finish on BTV. And here they go, the crowds roar. Can they make it 2-2? Ball just runs a little bit beyond. Support is coming. Sometimes the best opportunities stem from a mistake. And once again, Beeston building up a little bit of a spell of pressure, and something happens to stop that pressure. Can they find an equaliser with 3 minutes to go? There's only one place you'll find out, and that's here on BTV. More battle from Beeston. Into the circle they go. And that's been played out. Look at the pressure, though, from Beeston in the black. If the ball is kept in that corner and gets no further, then the 3 points are in the bag for East Grinstead. Taps out of play. Two minutes to play. And this is very, very deliberate from an East Grinstead point of view. Get the ball in the circle would be the cry. There's Bray in possession as she goes to ground. Is this the chance for the equaliser? Things are starting to click for Beeston in and around the edge of the circle. Fired across the face of goal, but no one can turn it in. 60 seconds to play. roars of encouragement from the throngs of crowd that are here today at Nottingham Hockey Centre to watch this one. If you've travelled up from East Grinstead, it's been a pleasure to have you here. A very professional use of a clock here for East Grinstead to make sure that the 3 points go home to Sussex with them. Now, Beeston have won the ball here. Can they find a way into the circle? It's a bit too quick. Long corner. And that is that. Applause rings around the Nottingham Hockey Centre for a cracking match. Beeston 1, East Grinstead 2. Here's the match detail. East Grinstead scoring 2. Chloe Palmer and Ellie are both converting penalty corners. Sophie Robinson on the score sheet for Beeston, I think for the first time in 2 years, if memory serves me correctly, with a shot that went in off the foot of Laura Myers. She wasn't expecting it, as nobody expects a shot from there. Celebrations and real grandstand finish. It's been a game of plenty of cards as well, as the teams shake hands. It's 3 points in the bag for East Grinstead. Quickly bringing you towards next week's entertainment via BTV. Our match is on Sunday, the 17th of October, where we host Hampstead and Westminster. They're the visitors to Nottingham Hockey Centre to play Beeston in the Men's Premier Division. So there we go. It's been a pleasure keeping you company today. I think East Grinstead, in fairness, deserved the 3 points. I think Beeston probably deserved to get certainly a second goal in that game. They pressed, they showed desire, they showed commitment. But I think East Grinstead were a little bit too streetwise in the grand scheme of things. And it will be the visitors that take all 3 points home with them. This is my final commentary as a 42-year-old for BTV. When I speak to you next time, I'll be the grand old age of 43. From all of us here in the chapel and all of us here at Nottingham Hockey Centre, it's been a pleasure keeping you company. I'm Andy Day, and this has been BTV.